to pursuit, or to let go. Hey everyone. Currently going through a rough situation and would appreciate any and all feedback/advice. I, 28M, was recently broken up with by my girlfriend Ivana, 28F of 1 year. Prior to us putting a tittle on our relationship last year, September 2023, we knew each other for about 15 months. We met in summer of 2022 around June. Went on a few dates at that time, but it never became intimate up until November of 2022. It was going well, but we never put a title on it as we weren't looking for anything serious. We knew we liked each other enough to want to be with each other intimately, but we would never take it further than that. We saw each other once or twice a month for the casual catch-up and sexual needs. It was a strict friend with benefits situation. We also had not set any restrictions on seeing other people as we were both single. Or so she thought. Because during that entire time, I was actually in a relationship with my ex-GF, Jenny 27F, the entire time. Jenny and I had been together for about 2 years by the time I met Ivana in June of 2022. I am not one to speak ill of former partners, but to put it shortly, it was an unhealthy relationship in which both of us had crossed lines and cheated during the initial 2 years. In retrospect, I wish I had broke up with Jenny much sooner than I did, but we somehow managed to stay together despite knowing the relationship was not working out. Regardless, my friends with benefits Ivana was under the impression I was single the entire time, as that's what I had told her. August of 2023 rolls around and I finally get the courage to end things with Jenny. It felt nice to finally be done with her. Things between Ivana and I were going so smooth that a month later, in September of 2023, we made our relationship official. Our chemistry is truly unmatched. Our love for each other is incredible, as if it was a poem written by the universe. The way she loves me made me do things I would normally never do, but yet they came out naturally out of me because I love her. I cooked for her, did her laundry, cherish holding her hand, and take pride in loving her. But the first few months after having been broken up with Jenny, I messaged her and we met up a few times, thinking we missed each other to only realize every time we went out, we were polar opposite. I do want to make clear that no intimacy occurred during that times I saw Jenny post-break up. Last time I saw her was Christmas Day of 23, when we both had nothing going for us and decided to go for some wings. Again, nothing happened, but we had a fight. New Year rolls around and I'm going on trips with my new Ivana, visiting different countries and enjoying our growth as a couple. Fast forward to July 4th, 2024, my new girlfriend Ivana and I are spending the holiday at my mother's house. All is going great, or so I thought. But as I am playing with the family kids in the pool, a conversation is being held between my mother and Ivana in which my ex-a name was brought up, Jenny. This took Ivana by surprise as she had no idea about my ex. She confronts me on the car ride home about it and breaks up with me. A few days passed by, and we were able to talk things through. She asked about my ex Jenny, and I mentioned how she was my ex, but that we had broken up before her, Ivana, and I got together. I lied and altered the timeline of events in order to prevent the truth from coming out. Though my version of the story did not sit well with her, she decided to forgive me and we continued on as a couple. It would take a lot to regain her trust, but as weeks went by, we grew closer and stronger together. Come the first week of September, this year 2024, and Ivana shows up to my doorstep at 10 p.m. unexpectedly. We had had an argument that day, but nothing alarming. Well, it turns out, she showed up to pick her things up from my apartment and that she was done with me. Confused, I asked why. Then she dropped the bomb on me. Ivana had found a way to get a hold of my ex Jenny and they spoke. My ex Jenny told her everything she wanted to hear and more. As Ivana packed her things, she yelled, cursed, cried in anger and disappointment. I just stood there in silence, absolutely shocked at what was happening. The entire interaction lasted about 5 minutes. She was in and out. 5 days later, I receive a message from her Ivana in which she said the debt we had was paid off and she asked when would it be a good time to retrieve the rest of her items, about 6 to 7 pair of clothes and a pair of winter pants. I responded the following day as I was truly still speechless at what had happened earlier in the week. I told her we could arrange for the following week for her clothes to be retrieved, and that if we could also have a conversation, I'd really appreciate that. It's been a few days now, and I've yet to hear from her. I've done a lot of reflection and started therapy. I understand my actions have consequences, one of them being how badly I've hurt her, which in turn led to our relationship ending. If given the opportunity to speak in person, I plan on expressing how remorseful I am and how much I regret what I've caused. I should have been honest from the beginning and let her make her own decisions. We truly did feel like soulmates. I believe that in my heart, she is the one for me. But now that she knows the truth, I've lost her. I've spoke to a lot of friends and family members. Every one of them see a fighting chance for us to survive this. Though optimistic, I do not see how I can ever win her love again.